hot. I'm from the Morgan County Partnership with this week's Positive Action virtual lesson. Listen to this. We welcome you to PositiveValuesNetwork.com. Morgan County Partnership is so excited to have you with us today. Whether you are at home for virtual or remote school, maybe it's distance learning, or you might be in the classroom with your teacher or social worker or counselor, or maybe you're at home or in the workplace even. The Morgan County Partnership is so glad to have you with us this week for the Positive Action Value. Now, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about a new positive action value word. We're going to take a look at a positive action activity, and we're going to get a chance to talk about why positive actions are so important. Are you ready? Let's get started.
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. This nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. And every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. Not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
That was a great video. Thanks for watching. This week for Positive Actions, we talk about a really important value word. And we talk about it this week because on January 18th in the United States of America and around the world, they recognize a really important person from our history, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, 57 years ago, Dr. King gave a speech. In that speech, he said, "I have a dream." And it was his dream, and it's mine too, that we celebrate diversity and recognize that all men and women are created equal. What does diversity mean? Do you know? Diversity is accepting and understanding that we all come from different races, different religions, different backgrounds, socioeconomic, different places around the world. Diversity means the practice or quality of including or involving people from different social, ethnic, economic, races, genders, religions, orientations, everyone, recognizing that everyone in their background is different, okay, and unique. I want you to remember this. What makes you different is what makes you beautiful. Imagine a big bowl of colorful M&Ms, right? Put them all together and you've got a bowl full of colors. What if everyone was exactly alike? It would be boring, right? Well, our country, our world is full of people who are all different, right? But on the inside, we're alike, aren't we? We're the same, and we all try every day to use our positive thoughts, actions, and feelings. So I want you to remember, guys, what makes you different makes you beautiful. It's okay to be different. Believe it. It's okay to be different. Celebrate it. What's not okay? It's not okay to think that you're better than someone else because of the color of your skin, where you come from, what abilities you have, how much money you have, whether you're privileged, if you can afford things that other can't. It's not okay to think that you're better because of those things. Because you're not. We're all different on the outside. And all of those difference is what's beautiful, okay? Comes around to one big circle. So we have some positive actions we want you to remember this week, okay? If we're going to make this world a better place, a more peaceful country, we've got to learn to accept and celebrate diversity. And here are some great positive actions to help you. First, talk about it, okay? Talk about racism. Talk about diversity. If we just push it aside, it's not going to go away, right? But talk about it. Ask questions, okay? And then second, listen. Listen to someone who is different than you, all right? Don't just text or hang out with the people in your circle. Reach out to others. We can help. Listen to others. Listen to their experience. The third thing is to act. When you see something that's not right, do something, okay? Now, we know racism is a really difficult word to talk about it. And we know when it's around, you can kind of feel it. You kind of have that emotional like, oh, this doesn't seem right, okay? Positive action says we celebrate diversity. We don't make ourselves or put ourselves better than others, right? Everyone is unique and wonderfully made. So if you see something, act, point it out. If someone uses an inappropriate word that is hurtful to someone, say, hey, you know what? That word's not right. Please don't use that around me, and make them think about what they've said. If you see a bully picking on someone else, somebody using their power or their strength over someone, stand up for that person, okay? The next thing we need to do, the fourth thing, is to love. Do it all in love, okay? Love, 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 guys. Love. Don't discriminate with your love. Give love to everyone of diversity. And that means it goes to people no matter what color they are, no matter what country they're from, no matter how much money they make, or what their abilities are, what they believe in. We love all of them, okay? That's the core of our positive actions. And finally, teenagers, I want you to be a role model, okay? Start right now. Start in your house. You be that role model, and you celebrate and illustrate how diversity can really change the world. You got that? And next week we're going to talk about inclusion, and we'll see how when we bring everybody together, how we become a strong community and neighborhood. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Teens, it's time to talk about this. Like Dr. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream that our children will not be judged by the color of their skin. I have that dream too. I dream that we will celebrate diversity and not judge each other by the color of our skin, what we're wearing, what we have, what our abilities are. Instead, we judge by the content of our character. Try it this week. Try to talk, listen, act, love, and be that role model. Your character, guys, that's what counts. Use your positive thoughts, make those actions positive, and you'll see that it feels beautiful.
Because I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
To find this week's Positive Action activity, just go to positivevaluesnetwork.com and open the Materials tab in the upper right corner. Or just grab a piece of paper, because this week we are going to do positive actions to help make the world a better place. Remember, it all begins with that positive thought. First, talk. Did you talk to someone in your house? That's a positive action. Then listen. Listen to another's experience, someone who's different from you. Next, act. If you see something that is wrong and it feels negative, speak up and say something and act. Love. Have you shown love this week? Always act in love and kindness. Those are positive actions. And finally, be a role model this week. We want you to be an example for others to follow in your community. See how different we all are? That makes the world beautiful, just like those M&Ms. We're all the same on the inside, and we're beautiful on the out. Have a great week.